Test week for some students at the University of Limpopo. However, some students here say that this has been an academic year from hell. NSFAS funded learners say they have not been able to buy basics like food and books. This final year computer science student says he has had to find accommodation off campus after he failed to get accommodation on campus.
Especially book allowance.
They have not given us money at varsity, especially book allowance, since January 25th. The problem is we have to write assessments on campus. We have to buy books and live closer to campus. I myself, for instance, I have to pay rent, buy study material, food and electricity. It's a big challenge.
Student leaders on the campus say the situation is out of control, with some students being evicted.
I was surprised as to why the management of the University of Limpopo is refusing to give students advances, because for now the material conditions really it's saddening to see students suffering this much. We're having a situation now whereby tests have already commenced, students don't have accommodation, students don't have money. They were forced, by the way, to go on campus to write on an empty stomach. That is why last week we have seen a situation whereby students had to go and sleep outside the university premises. Some of those students were evicted by their landlords off campus because they had no money to pay for rent.
The university is unable to give an exact date on when funds will be released to students, calling the situation difficult.
The issue really is the university having sufficient capacity to process all the allocations in time. Not an easy one for universities like ours because the reserves are very minimal. And when you are looking at processing 3 months of allowances, basically you're talking to more than almost $500 million. So that's what it means in terms of our cash flow.
However, NSFAS says, according to its agreement with the University of Limpopo, the institution has known that it would have to advance monies to students while awaiting the first tranche of payments in the new financial year. According to the entity, this is common practice across public institutions.
Universities are well aware, as much as University of Limpopo, that all the students that have been allowed to register without paying registration because they are NSFAS approved, their payment will be made in tranches, as in from April. Therefore, it is a known agreement that institutions are advised to advance allowances to eligible students who have showed confirmed NSFAS funding and are also appearing on the NSFAS funding list, which has been shared with institutions. So it is important that the University of Limpopo makes necessary arrangements to ensure that the students that have been registered are assisted as far as they can.
With no exact date as to when this will happen, the Department of Higher Education has issued a statement calling on students and management to find solutions. Mahlako Komani, SABC News, Mankweng and Limpopo.